Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roscoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for persons with disabilities. And we are your USA team, and we are celebrating our communities. And I am so excited to bring a new friend into our community here tonight. But first, we need to get all of our players in the house. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and have Emily join us. Emily Gomer joining us this evening. If you want to come on in and say hello.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to everybody in Canada and the TDC Today team, Canadian team. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And yeah, we do have a couple of great guests here tonight. One of them is who we affectionately call the Master Connector, who is also one of our veterans, straight out of Compton, California, Mr. Alan Holmes. And so we're bringing Mr. Alan in here and working with him on his Mastery of Connections show as well. But welcome, Alan. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. As Emily says, that shit, Compton, I was actually born there, but currently in the Inland Empire, but that's all right. I love my podcast engineer. I want to thank her and Kurt, first of all, from the TDC channel and the disability for taking care of me this morning with the Master of Connections show that we do on Wednesdays. I specialize in connecting business owners, entrepreneurs, consumers with unique and innovative resources. In short, I call myself a Master Connector or MC Holmes on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Love to have you, but I'm here to just say thank you. From Disability Channel, the World of Ability, the Project Die Hard, and AC Marketing for All, Christian Mendez, who is kind of brother from another, who's been there for me, just to show we love the Mastery of Connections, and I love to be supporting the World of Ability. And I do know who this special guest is, but I'll be hush and won't let you tell, because I must bring in my other brother, way from Wisconsin, somewhere flying around the world. His name is Kurt Roscoff. You may know him in special case. I'm gonna start talking. Thank you for having me today, Mr. Kurt. There he is. The wish is your command. Take it away, sir.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Day that we are here to feature. I feel honored and am really enjoying the response and the commitment and the performance that this show represents, the TDC Today Community Show. And the concept here is to go physically in geographic location sense to look at it community by community. I've said in the past show that communities could be demographics and spanning the globe, representing different communities, like saying the women around the world and stuff like that. But this show is built on the premise of one place at a time, and that's what we're looking to do. Is we're looking to spread like wildflowers across the USA, the 50 United States of America. We are about a month away from a big election. And, so when we are talking about disability advocacy and the business of Americans with disabilities, the question we can bring from the Disability Channel is, how are we doing in disability caucuses and protecting the disability vote? What is the experience of our Americans with disabilities in the voting process? Do all Americans feel that their vote is being counted? Are they having challenges? Do they feel oppressed, in how the voting process works and in the election process? When we heard from these candidates all year long in 2024, what have our candidates been saying about their commitments to their constituents with disabilities? I say this because I think we all can agree across the land that this is a big area upon which we can improve. And conversations like this are inspired by the lived experience of our founder, Jay Stoyan. Lived experience in mass media, corporation, TV production, and realizing that there is a stigma to having a disability, how much it is a big deal when someone who is able-bodied, someone who gets hired where disability is not part of the equation, while on the job acquires, a condition that renders a person, with you know, a diminishing capacity, a physical manifestation of the condition, and it becomes objectification time. And then giving a lived experience of reflecting of where are my fellow producers with disabilities. And this has been something that Sue and I have been learning for the decade of past, that when we look at these things, we can look at television itself, these programs. Where are the stages for people with disabilities to shine? There is a lot of that. And you can go from face spaces to volunteer spaces, to learning spaces, to our civic spaces, to our workplaces, to all of the fun places around the world. And you can say, we're seeing it. Yeah, we are seeing it. And I say it's to 3%, just 3% of where it can be. So that means that yours truly, as a friend of the Disability Channel, as co-producing this TDC Today community show, I say we can go boom, boom, 33 times what it is today. And that is what the vision of this show is about. And we are embarking on, just 4 months away, we'll be in the middle of business with King Harry, or I'm sorry, Prince Harry. Did I just foretell the future? I don't know. No, but we're going to be at the Invictus Games, and we're going to be providing the inclusive media. So that is a worldwide opportunity for injured, wounded servicemen and women to go to Whistler, Canada, to compete in the Invictus Games. So that takes us where we have a dozen years of development here, making us really strong across the US and Canada. And now we're on the world stage, the Disability Channel. Way to go, Jay Stoyan. Way to go, everyone that has supported the work of the Disability Channel and Digital Ventures, the educational program. So speaking of education, I'm sitting here ready to learn. I yearn to learn, and I'm hearing that our guest has something to teach and something to share and value to provide. Sue, tell us more.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Kurt. I am so excited to bring in someone who I can say is my newest friend. We have had a great chance to have a conversation tonight, and it has been so much fun getting to learn from Sally. Sally Gimon is from North Carolina and has some amazing deep topics that I think you are going to want to listen in on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you, Sally, to give us a glimpse of what you are all about and what you can share with us. So glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Emily. And thank you, Alan, for having me on the show. What you are doing is very important. I hope things go well in Whistler. I know they had a big fire last year, so I hope everything goes well there, but beautiful part of the world. My name is Sally Gimon, and I'm a real estate investor. And in 2019, I found out I wholesaled 7 properties, and had to pay more in capital gains than I had before. Because of that, I got in a payment plan with the IRS, and I started researching the Rockefeller Spendthrift Trust. I now work with U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, 1099 income earners to save at least 90% on their federal income taxes and no longer pay state income taxes with the Business Spendthrift Trust. And with the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust, U.S. investors will stop paying capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income, and royalty income taxes legally. This is in the IRS tax code, and so few people know about. The super rich know it. It's the secret of the rich, and you're giving me an opportunity to tell other people. Thank you so much.
Excellent. I still am, my head's spinning a little bit as to how this can be in existence, and so many of us are unaware. So
Yes.
what kind of, I would love to hear some stories about success that you've seen along the way here with people that you've encountered and this whole concept of the Spendthrift Trust.
Thank you for that. A very funny story. Kurt and I are in Alex Hitt's Great Discovery group. Alex Hitt taught, I hired Alex to be my TikTok coach. July 27th, 2023. I now have almost 20,000 followers on TikTok.
Woo.
Literally, this happened back in September. I got a message on one of my videos saying, hey, can you call this number at 2:00 East Coast time and talk to me? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's tomorrow. I'll do that. Call the number. A guy answers. He's like, who are you? And I'm like, this is a message from TikTok. I'm calling you. He's like, my wife's on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. Why do I have to talk to you? They said, I help people save taxes. He is an independent semi-truck driver out of Nevada to California, and he makes over $245,000 a year with being a truck driver. He's got 5 more payments to pay off his truck. He's on his official break. This is why I had to call him at a certain time. And so we talked about things. I'm saving both him and his wife over $59,000 a year on their taxes. Well, as we're talking, he's like, I'm here at the truck stop. I see 6 other independent truck drivers. What if I gave them your name and number? And I said, I have a JV program. That's what he did. And now one of my biggest groups is independent truck drivers. And as he said, he's using the money he's saving on the trust, pay off his truck, and then to pay for diesel fuel because he has to pay for all that out of his own pocket. But, he's just a regular person and didn't know he could be saving so much money in taxes. It's an amazing thing.
That is a life changer right there, to be able
Yes.
to make that kind of a difference for each of them.
For each of them, and it was just his wife who saw a TikTok video and she was looking out for him. So I told him that when he got home, he had to take her out to a nice dinner, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have champagne." So
Awesome. And so I know with the Great Discovery is another piece where we have I want to say crossed paths. I know this is the first I've gotten to actually have a conversation with you is here, but I know you do have some educational pieces on the Great Discovery. Can you share a little bit more about that?
thank you. I do have a free class called Save U.S. Taxes. That if you just go out to my name, www.sallygimon.com, you'll get straight to that class. And then the second class I have is the Circle of Wealth in 5 Simple Steps. I was a Medicare broker working with people who were turning 65. At least 70% of my people were going to only live off of Social Security. When they found out they had to use part of their Social Security check to pay for Part B, all of a sudden they thought I was the devil. They're like, what did you do to it? So the Circle of Wealth in 5 Simple Steps is to help people. 80% of Americans have more than $90,000 in debt and aren't saving 10% for retirement. It's the 5 steps I personally have used to become financially free, and I want to teach other people. So both my classes are free online. If you go to www.learnwithsallymarie.com, you'll get the Circle of Wealth. And if you go to www.sallygimon.com, you'll get Save U.S. Taxes legally. And the Great Discovery is just an amazing thing. If your native language is Hindu, if your native language is Korean, if you're native, you can translate any class into any language with the Great Discovery. That's why I'm there. It's an amazing program.
Excellent. Kurt, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you. Sally, I know there's a 3-day event that is just looking to be, on the cutting edge and just really, setting the bar higher for the future. Can you tell us about this 3-day event that is hosted by the Great Discovery?
It's going to be the first time of 24/7 because it's going to go from Europe to the United States to Asia. And it's going to be different people talking about different things. And anyone, let's say somebody in Colombia gets on to watch The Great Discovery, they will have everything translate into Spanish for them. If somebody in Vietnam gets on to watch a part of The Great Discovery, it'll be translated into Vietnamese automatically for them. I think this is the neatest thing out there. I mean, it just to have this ability to now have someone watch my class in their own language, I could not pass that up.
That's incredible that technology is at the point now where it exists and it's at our fingertips is
Exactly.
exciting. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that with us. I actually hadn't heard about that yet. So, when is that
I
going
was
to be
telling
held?
you, Kurt, that now they're doing a thing that if you are well, what's it called? I just forgot the name of it.
Was that with Genius Club?
Genius Club. Thank you. The Genius Club. They're going to announce this weekend that if you're going to get 5 hours a week of translation for free, that's huge. So you need to get your disability of water skiing up there in English. So somebody in, I'm not going to use the same country, let's say Vietnam, because I know that you speak Vietnamese. Somebody who wants to water skiing might be disabled will be able to watch your English class in Vietnamese and learn how to water ski with disabilities. I think that's power at people's fingertips.
There you
Amazing.
go. So we're talking about Discovery Fest, folks. Sally, how do people most easily, get to participate in Discovery Fest? Is there a way to participate for free? Do you buy a ticket? How is it all set up?
It's free. I believe if you just go to www.thegreatdiscovery.com, I know there's a page where you just register. And then today I got an email with the link to watch The Great Discovery. It was just an email because I had registered to do it. But it's personally, I do 6 separate videos on TikTok and then put it onto other media. And I always say, hey, I have a free class on The Great Discovery. Because of my Great Discovery class, I have 7 clients who watched my class, then set an appointment with me, and I was able to help them. So I'm a huge fan of The Great Discovery.
That is absolutely fantastic. It is such a great way it's exactly what it says. Being able to discover great things at your fingertips.
Exactly.
So much of it free. And like you said, people are able to then reach out and connect further and do so many wonderful things together. And it doesn't matter what language it's in. You can still be in your language. Crazy
Exactly.
good. So I
Alan,
want
do you have anything on The Great Discovery yet? Because you're the great connector.
Well, not yet. We're actually working on it, but I've been watching it for a while. And first of all, I want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart for all your accomplishments on The Great Discovery. Alex said there's some great resources, and I know you're with your projects that you're working on. But no, that's a long answer. I do not. So I'm going to be supporting the great Sally Gimon, ladies and gentlemen, all across the world. And I wish you continued success. And thank you for, being part of to Emily, Kurt, and I'm just a co-pilot. I'm just here to do. But yeah, thank you so much for asking. But not yet. But I'm here to support you.
I'm going to ask you to put pressure on Kurt so he makes this class because people need to know about how the water, if you have a disability, how you can still water ski. I think that's an amazing thing to do.
Awesome. We need to make that happen.
We'll be having conversations.
Awesome. Well, I want to give everybody a chance to share a final thought here today. Whatever you choose your topic. If you want to talk more about your thing, if you have anything that's burning in the top of your mind that you want to share, I'm going to go around the room. Actually, I'm going to pass around the same order we started with. So, Emily, I'm going to pass over to you first to see what's your final thought for tonight.
I believe Discovery Fest is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But also, I just wanted to thank Sally and Alan and everybody who joined us, and that we're here every single week at the same time, and would love to have everybody join us. Again, and on this show or any of the other shows. So, and big shout out to the Disability Channel and everything that they do, all the great stuff. So I have to say at the moment.
Excellent. Alan, how about you? Final thought from you for the night?
Final thought, if you check out familyshieldpro.com, that's actually a brainchild that was helped me put together by EC Marketing for All, Mr. Christian Mendez, because we're working collectively to do some great things with Santa Papa. We all know him and love him, along with Project Die Hard, and just take care of yourself and make sure you just support Miss Sally Gimon. Back to you, Miss Sue, Emily, and Kurt. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to pass it to Kurt next. Final thought from you.
All right, my thought is in the form of an offer. I offer Curtimer service because everybody's about customer service, but you know, customer service starts with cuss. So I come in, Curtimer service, and I leave the cussing for you. So, but everybody can go ahead and give me a call anytime and text me 262-372-1754, and feel free to shoot me over an email anytime. Kurt, K-U-R-T, at spiritofthegame.org. So if there's anything that this show has provoked for you and thoughts, and you're trying to navigate things around our video and finding the next show, anything with the Disability Channel, I brought up Digital Ventures, did not explain it. You know, so if you want to follow up on any of these things, feel free to contact me, Kurt, at your service. Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kurt. Sally, you get final word here tonight.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. First off, thank you for having me on your show. I do appreciate that. My final thought is I have dyslexia, and I can't spell or write without a dictionary. You don't know when someone has a disability. So what I think you all are doing with the TV show is amazing, and I know you're going to have a wonderful time in Whistler. If you haven't been there, it's a beautiful part of the world.
Excellent. Thank you so much. What a great group we've had here tonight. My sincere appreciation to each of you. There are so many great things to discover out there, and new friends to make, new things to learn, all sorts of ways to improve ourselves. Thank you so much for being here tonight with the Disability Channel, the TDC Today Show communities. I love this community we have gathered here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And truly, as always, we thank you.